Happy Thanksgiving. I just wanted y'all to see my face. Some of y'all are worried, been texting, been calling, been hitting up everybody that works with me and for me, asking, am I okay? The first thing I want to say to y'all is to the Washington Post, New York Times, TMZ, the Shade Room, the Daily Mail, all of the real journalists, the AJC here in Atlanta, to all of the real journalists. I respect bloggers. I respect people who do stories on YouTube, and people that, have whatever news feeds. But I want to say thank you to all of the real journalists who have been actually doing investigative journalism pertaining to what's going on with this divorce. As of 2 days ago, we have now filed paperwork to get this judge removed from my case once again, because we were supposed to be in court on Wednesday to have a hearing about the $450,000 legal fees that he's still trying to stick me with. And instead of us doing a hearing, which we were scheduled to do, we woke up on Tuesday to find out that not only did he cancel the hearing, but he's already made a judgment that I owe $450,000 in legal fees that's supposed to go to one of 3 law firms that Samantha has hired. Anybody notice how quiet Samantha has gotten? Anybody notice that all of her followers on Instagram and Facebook has all plummeted and dropped? You know why that happened? Not because of me, because I've been telling the truth the whole time. And when she did her interview telling the world that she has regrets about filing for divorce because 2 people was in her ear, when she actually had at least 7 first ladies, women of God, very married, in her ear when she was going through whatever it is that she was going through, and she decided to file for divorce anyway. Why did she file for divorce? Not because we were having any real problems that was worth her filing, because she wants the bag. And while she's running around here throwing Jesus around, Bible verses, putting up these fake ass videos talking about how to spot a gold digger, what's this and what's that, playing on single mothers, playing on women that were actually married and going in abusive actual marriages, trying to play on domestic violence, doing all this goofy ass shit, playing on people's emotions. The truth is out. And when the truth is out, it doesn't matter how you feel about me. You might not like me, but I'm always going to tell the truth. And I'm not into this to play victim, gaslight, manipulate. I actually don't care about who likes me. God has put me in a position to tell the truth. There is a very public man who happens to be a very public judge. His name is Kevin M. Farmer. This man is a racist. This man has aggressive, biased, egregious, and abusive power. Everything about this man, he is not supposed to be a sitting judge. Any black man, black lawyer, black woman that gets in front of this man, there has been years and years of reports and history of the man's conduct. We already know how vulnerable it is to go through a divorce. And then when you finally get to court, after getting all of your proof and evidence and receipts and paper trail together pertaining to your case, if somebody is lying over and over and over under penalty of perjury, they're putting lies in court documents, there's supposed to be repercussions for this. But when you finally show up to court and you're ready to have your day in court, as soon as you start talking and you open your mouth, Judge Farmer is shutting you down, telling you to shut up, threatening to put you in jail because you're there to actually have your just due process in court. He didn't just do it to me. He didn't just do it to my black attorney named Tanya Mitchell Graham. He does it to everybody. So now, this is the second time we are trying to get this man thrown off the bench. So I want you to click the link in my Instagram bio. Listen to me, for all of my followers. If you have a friend, a cousin, or somebody that you have any kind of a relationship with, evil will continue to be evil as long as evil can exist when no one's watching. You know what the beautiful of social media is? The social media has given us a voice, given us an opportunity to shed light on illegal injustices. And I want y'all to know, I never came into this divorce trial to win. I wanted to be married for the rest of my life. I came into this thing to seek justice. I have a prenuptial agreement in place for a reason. She filed for divorce. All of the money that I was supposed to give her in my prenuptial agreement, I gave it to her. Everything that I was supposed to do on behalf of my child, I have done it. This judge is abusing his power. He is literally making shit up along the way and dropping it on me. Did y'all know that I'm paying my daughter in LA child support, $10,690 a month in child support? Did y'all know that Judge Farmer decided, because you're giving your child in LA $10,690, we're going to go ahead and bring that same child support number from California and give it to your child that lives here in Atlanta. The cost of living in Atlanta is not even in the top 35. My daughter in LA is 16. My daughter in Atlanta is only 5. And her mother makes over $170,000 a year. I don't need y'all to care about my specific divorce. I'm trying to get y'all to understand that someone knows how to abuse their power. Now, it's also been said from a news journalist. A news journalist just recently did an article, and the article speaks to collusion. What is collusion? It means that the judge is literally working in conjunction with Samantha's attorneys. They're like buddies tag teaming me and doing everything imaginable to fuck me up. Collusion, that is illegal. So when you click the link in my Instagram bio, you're gonna see right there in plain sight. I don't need y'all to like me. I don't need y'all to agree. As a matter of fact, I love when people are like, man, it must be you. It must be you, Tyrese, because you always out here playing victim. No, I'm always out here telling the truth. I never came into this thing to win. I never came in this thing to have things to work in my favor. I am a tax-paying U.S. citizen, and I deserve a fair shot at a fair trial in court like everybody else. We deserve to be able to present our proof and evidence and have our day in court, our just due process. Every time we open our mouth, he cuts us off. Every time they start speaking on Samantha's side, they can ramble for 45 fucking minutes and never get cut off. Soon as I open my mouth, soon as my attorney opens her mouth, we get cut off. I want you to click the link in my Instagram bio. Every news journalist, from the New York Times, New York Post, the Daily Mail, Washington Post, I want you guys to I want you to tag the best journalist from all of these news outlets. And I don't want you to believe what it is that I'm saying, because this is what I'm saying. I want you to see it for yourself. The link in my Instagram bio highlights everything. The transcripts, the injustices, the inconsistencies, and everything about what this man's conduct has been since we started this journey, coming up on 3 years now. This woman filed for divorce August 2020. It's now November 2023, and the divorce has still yet to be wrapped up. Have you guys noticed how quiet Samantha has gotten? Have you noticed all of her Instagram and her Facebook followers that's dropped? Because everybody can see through her bullshit. Everybody can see the truth. Clicked the link in my Instagram bio. There is a WeTransfer file, and I want you to download it. I don't care if you're a regular civilian. I don't care if you have a background in law, if you're college educated, or you're a regular dude right now in high school. Everybody can read the full breakdown of everything that's going on with this case. And I want y'all to know that I got a lot of things going on in my life. The last thing I want to do is keep this energy around this judge and this injustice happening. I want it to be over with. I got a prenuptial agreement done in place for a reason. Click the link in my Instagram bio right now. Please, I'm begging you. And I want you to tag every news journalist. I don't care if it's a local news. I don't care if it's CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. I want every news journalist there is who has any type of investigative, real news journalism to click the link in my Instagram bio. It's all spelled out. It's right there. Evil will continue to be evil as long as they can do it in the dark. And I want you to know, Mr. Gleckman, Samantha's attorney, Mr. Gleckman, we want to see your text messages, sir. We want to see your emails, sir. You and Judge Farmer, y'all doing all them phone calls, texting each other, tag teaming this case. That's called collusion, sir. An attorney cannot be working in conjunction with a sitting judge. That's called collusion, sir. We want everything, transparency. All of the judges that are in Fulton County, we are getting everything appealed. I don't want nothing to work in my favor because I'm famous. I don't want nobody to care because I'm a celebrity and I live in a mansion. No one gives a fuck about none of that. I want my just due process, and I want things to be done the right way, handled the right way. Let me give y'all a small little piece, just a small little piece. I don't care if you don't care. I just want you to listen to this. The moment that Samantha filed for divorce, August 2020, my lawyer, Tanya Mitchell Graham, said to me, you know what? Without a court order in place, without a judgment pertaining to how much you're supposed to pay in child support, I think you should start paying child support right now on your own. I said, really? She said, yes. It's going to make you look like a great father. It's going to mean that you intend to do the right thing. and you're going to start making child support payments right now on your own without having a judge to determine how much you're going to give to your child. I said, okay. Rather you're with me or not, I don't want my child to suffer. I don't want my child to be out here on food stamps, living under county checks, getting WIC vouchers, and living in poverty. Her mother is a very well-educated woman. She's got multiple degrees. She is a social worker. She's been upgraded to an LCSW, which stands for Licensed Clinical Social Worker. And she makes well over $100,000 a year. She's on social media. She's selling meal plans and waist trainers and doing whatever the fuck she's doing to get money. Congratulations to you, boo-boo. As far as I'm concerned, the actual needs of our child are beyond met. The actual needs of Soraya, our daughter, are beyond met. So for 2 straight years, I'm giving my daughter $2,700 a month without a court order. No judge made a judgment. I did it on my own. When we finally go to court, after paying child support on my own for 2 straight years, this motherfucker looks up what my child support payment is in California for my 16-year-old. And he says, on record, got the transcripts, since you're giving your child in California $10,690 a year, you're going to start giving your daughter in Atlanta $10,690 a year. And not only did he say we're going to start from this point on, but he said you decided on your own to start giving your daughter $2,700 a month from 2 years ago. We're going to go backwards, retroactively go backwards. That's the proper term for those that don't know. That's when somebody says, oh, you were paying $2,700 2 years ago on your own, just being a great father to make sure that your daughter is okay. We're going to turn your $2,700 into $10,690 from 2 years ago. Really, Judge Kevin M. Farmer? That's what we're doing? My daughter was 1 year old at the time. My tax returns and everything about what that was back then, I was in no position to pay $10,690 from 2 years ago. I did $2,700 because I'm a great father. He said, I'm glad you jumped out there with your $2,700. We're going to turn your $2,700 into $10,690. And then you have to pay her all one lump sum of the $10,690. Really? Atlanta is not even in the top 35 as far as most expensive cities to live in. In what world does a 1-year-old that's now a 5-year-old need $10,690 for survival when the mother is making $175,000 a year on her own? I want to believe, and any man, woman, and child should believe, that the actual needs of the child are beyond met. I know what it is. I'm a black man. I'm successful. I'm an alpha. You're using your power as a judge to fuck my life up. Samantha left me. She accused me of kicking her and the child out, changing the locks, cutting off the credit cards, putting her out to the streets. All lies under penalty of perjury. And you let her do it because you're in collusion. You're working in conjunction with a man named Glickman. All of the lawyers in the city of Atlanta are all banding together. Other law firms are all reaching out and all putting their paperwork together in conjunction with Tanya Mitchell Graham because they know that irregardless of what side you're on, what Kevin M. Farmer is doing is wrong. It's egregious. It's illegal. He is literally making shit up along the way. I don't want y'all to do nothing on behalf of me. I could care less. What he's doing is wrong. It's illegal. It's fucked up. It is abuse of power. And to top it all off, you know what he said to my lawyer? You know what he said to my lawyer and Samantha's attorneys in his private chambers? He said, these were his words, I wouldn't give a fuck if she's a gold-digging bitch. He said, Tanya, you need to go out there and put your foot on your client's neck and get him to shut the fuck up or I'm going to put him in jail. You're going to put me in jail because we're actually in court to try and testify and actually have our just due process in court? You want my lawyer in the world of George Floyd, who had an officer to put his knee on a black man's neck and murder him? You're going to tell a black woman to go out there and put your foot on your client's neck and get him to shut the fuck up? Or you're going to throw me in jail? Because we're just simply trying to present our proof, our evidence, and our just due process? You think I want to be in court, Judge Farmer? You think I want to go through a divorce? You think I want to deal with this shit? Any of it? I'm almost at $1 million. You've done a great job of putting money in your lawyer's pockets. It's all a game, right, Mr. Farmer? And you've done this to everybody who comes in your courtroom. Every black woman who is successful and making money, who's going through a divorce, you stick it to her. Every black man that comes in, you stick it to her. Every black lawyer, whether it's a black woman or black man, you stick it to them. You opened up your court hearing by saying these words. You can waste time all you want, Tanya Mitchell Graham. I already know what I'm going to do in this case. How do you already know what you're going to do in this case when we haven't even had an opportunity to present our case? How do you tell me I'm guilty before we even have our just due process in the courtroom? And you went on record and said these words. Listen, if you want to present, you want to bring witnesses up, you want to try and dissect the proof and the evidence and all of the inconsistencies from the Gleckman, this and that. First, they wanted to do a trial with a judge and a jury. Then at the last minute, they pulled the plug on the trial with the jury. Why did you do that? Collusion. The judge told you, Gleckman, I got you. You don't even need to do a trial with a jury. Don't worry about it. I got you, bro. I'm going to make sure that we crack this prenup. I'm going to make sure that every time Tanya Mitchell Graham tries to open her mouth and say anything in this courtroom, I cut her off. I stop him in the middle of his testimony. And then the last time I was in the courtroom, you know what this man says to me? He says to me, do you know what it's like for you to be on the internet mentioning my name, going viral? You know what that's like? I said, excuse me, sir, can I speak? He said, yes. I said, the reason you went viral is because when the cameras was rolling in the courtroom, every time either my lawyer, Tanya Mitchell Graham, or myself tried to speak and simply answer a question, you kept cutting me off. And then you threatened to throw me in jail while we were simply trying to get through our just due legal rights process. The outcome of the case does not have to work in my favor, sir. We are here to get through our just due process. Kevin M. Farmer, you went viral because of your conduct while the cameras was rolling. And then you know what else? To top it all off, oh man, oh, this is the biggest part. Oh man. Now listen, I'm not even from Atlanta. But when my lawyer told me this, I mean, it was like, pow, my mind was blown. You know what he did? He sealed the court documents. He sealed it. What does that mean? What does that mean? Let me explain it. You know, listen, man, I'm a black man. You know, I got it. Every time you go to court, anytime you walk in the courtroom, you know, it's been said, it's been proven that things don't tend to work in the favor of the father when it comes to family courts. And when you in a criminal setting, you definitely ain't gonna have shit to work in your favor. This is common fucking knowledge. It's nothing new. After this man said and did everything that he did in this courtroom, he illegally sealed our court documents. And I said to my lawyer, Tanya, I said, what do you mean he illegal? He's like, yeah, he wanted to cover his tracks because of his conduct in the courtroom. Everything that he said, everything that he did, every time we tried to talk and present and do anything with our just due process, we got cut off. As soon as her lawyer started talking, they could talk for 45 minutes. Soon as I open my mouth, soon as she open her mouth, we get cut off every single time. And then he threatened at least 3 times to throw me in jail. So when I say he illegally sealed the documents, this is what Tanya said. She said, in order for the court documents to be sealed, I, as your attorney, have to make a request to seal the documents. Or Samantha's attorneys have to make a request to seal the documents. And then after one or the other side make a request to seal the documents, then we're supposed to have a hearing and see if the judge agrees to seal the documents. Oh no. But Kevin M. Farmer says, I'm a racist, egregious, abusive man. And I need to seal these documents right now because I don't want nobody to see what I've done and how I've conducted myself as a sitting judge. And how do you cover your tracks? You seal it. So we have a woman that is appealing everything. We have everything dissected. We have kept track of everything. We have been so anal, so meticulous, so detailed about everything, every step of the way pertaining to Gleckman, the 3 law firms that Samantha has hired, and Judge Kevin M. Farmer. And I don't need y'all to believe me. I just need you to click the link in my Instagram bio. It's all there. New York Times, New York Post, Washington Post, Atlanta Journal, Constitution, all of the real journalists, investigative real journalists, all of the judges. If you know anybody in the appeals courts, send them this video. Have them to click the link in my Instagram bio. Everything is there. All of the court documents trying to get him thrown off the bench the first time and the second time, which just happened a couple of days ago. I don't want to win. I just want my legal rights to not be violated, disrespected. This is evil. This is racist. This is bias. And Tanya Mitchell Graham, who has been a very powerful and successful attorney, well over 30 years in this city. She, along with everybody else who is aware of what's going on, they have never, ever experienced anything like this in Fulton County. I know it's Thanksgiving, y'all, but this is hot off the press. Fresh. Samantha, almost $1 million of my hard-earned money is all over the place. We had a prenuptial agreement that says that if you want to leave me or I want to leave you, everything about what you get and everything that I get to keep was already established. until we get in collusion with Judge Kevin M. Farmer and your attorney, Mr. Gleckman, and all of the other attorneys. And y'all can look up their names. You know, the beautiful thing about being a public officer, all of these names are all public knowledge. Hey, I wanted to be married for the rest of my life. Never cheated, never physically abused this woman, never did anything. Everybody fights, everybody argues, everybody has challenges in their marriage. That's life. But it's not supposed to be going down like this. Yep, collusion. Y'all have heard that word. Donald Trump made it famous. Collusion. Collusion. Please tag every press, media, journalist, news outlet. If you have YouTube videos, you have my permission to put this video up. You have my permission to grab the link in my Instagram bio and go up and down and point out. You know how y'all be on TikTok, with the shit in the background? Go ahead and point it all out. It's all there. My lawyer and her law firm has done an incredible job with tracking everything in real time. Thank you, Jesus, for what is already done. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me the strength, the voice, and the know-how. I know how it all looks. I know some of you guys would say, well, if you be quiet, all of this will work in your favor. Sometimes God will give you an assignment to speak up and speak out about things that matter. This is nothing new for me. I'm not some random social media civil rights activist. I was born in Martin Luther King Hospital, December 30th, 1978, in Watts. I was born into civil unrest. Dr. Martin Luther King walked the streets of Watts during the Watts riots in 1965. Now I live in Atlanta, Georgia, the Black Mecca, the real Wakanda, the real Zamunda. You don't think I'm going to speak up and speak out about this bullshit? You got me all confused, sir. Samantha, I just sent you a check for $60,000. But that's your last check. It's all being appealed. I will not rest until I seek and I am given justice. And I want you to know, Samantha, Tyrese Gibson, that baby right there, she will never be without. As long as I have breath in my body, my baby, our baby, will never be without. Ever. But for Mr. Judge Farmer to try and turn a child support payment into alimony, where they do that at? We had a prenuptial agreement in place for a reason. Click the link in my Instagram bio. Right now. I want you to click the link in my Instagram bio. It's a WeTransfer file. Every Twitter, every Instagram, every TikTok, every Facebook, every YouTuber. These are facts. Don't believe me. Click the link in my Instagram bio, download all of the court documents, and I literally want you to tag everybody. Charlemagne the God, Ebro in the morning, every news outlet. Tag them all. The family law court system is fucked up, and it's been fucked up for a long time. All you have to do is walk in the courtroom with balls as a man, and automatically nothing is going to work in your favor. That's what this is. I can count on my fingers how many fathers ended up with full custody. I can count on my fingers how many fathers actually had a court case in the family law court system to work in their actual favor when they've done the right thing. You should not be giving no woman no $300,000 a month in child support when it's an innocent child because somebody is in the NBA and decided to have sex unprotected with a woman who ultimately was a groupie, who's playing the game. All you got to do is get pregnant and you got 18 years of $300,000. NBA, NFL, rappers, singers, entertainers, lawyers, real estate, tech, investors. All you got to be born is a man and get that woman pregnant. There are professional baby mamas looking at this shit, studying the game and saying, that's all I got to do? I mean, when you think about it, fellas, we're all going to have sex, right? Right? We're all going to have sex. We all hope to find the right one and get married and get engaged and have a child. But the outcome of the breakup, the outcome of having a child or children, the outcome of you being the higher income earner and you were born a man, you're going to get fucked over every single time. This is nothing new. I'm not saying anything. Even women know that what I'm saying is true. Women are not even trying to tell the truth. Not even trying to not make it as obvious as they're making it from saying, I just had raw and unprotected sex. I got pregnant. This dude plays for the NBA, the NFL, and I got pregnant. Man, I'm getting $80,000 a month for an infant. What the fuck part of an infant needs $80,000 a month? And then the crazy part is this, and then I'm going to let y'all go. The crazy part is this. I'll say it again. I was in love. I was up there with the Care Bears. She decided for her own reasons, which she's allowed to pull the plug on the marriage. And you could just tell she started rubbing her hands. Because one thing's for sure. When you get pregnant and you have a child, fuck celebrity. There are way more successful men and fathers in the world that are in all kind of businesses all across the board. Real estate, tech, investments, Wall Street, CEOs, presidents, high income earners. But the moment that you walk in that family court system, it doesn't matter what proof, what evidence, what agenda, parenting alienation, accusations that's killing your reputation because they're putting this shit in court documents. TMZ is getting wind of it. Now you're running around. You got people out here thinking that you abused your child or harmed your child or did something wrong and dangerous, and your reputation is being compromised. And these things are being put in court documents for the world to see. And now you're still, as a man, out here trying to figure out, how do I continue getting sponsorship deals or booking movies or booking concerts and shows, or how do I continue doing what it is that I've been doing to be a successful father, income and success. I've worked my ass off. I went to college. I passed the bar exam. I did everything it took to earn this life. Nobody gave me shit. And somebody can just wake up and put a whole court document together under penalty of perjury, laced with lies, and then your reputation is fucked. No one wants to hire you. No one wants to work with you. And then what do they get for all of the lies? A slap on the wrist. They go home. They start getting $200,000 a month. They get homes, cars, real estate, child support payments, alimony. And then you find out they never loved you. It was all a game. And you know who's letting them play this game? The family law court system. Oh yeah. Y'all did this to the wrong one. Yeah, you did. Happy Thanksgiving. While you're at home enjoying yourself, Judge Farmer, I'm going to do whatever it takes to continue to use my voice to speak up and speak out as a law-abiding citizen, tax-paying citizen in this country. I didn't ask to be born here. I am African American. I'm African first. We were brought here. But since we are here, and I work my ass off just like you do, sir, it's not okay for you to do what you've been doing to me and everybody else. The amount of people who have filed formal complaints about the conduct of Kevin M. Farmer is endless. And you know what else? He's about to be reelected. He's up for election in 2024. So New York Post, New York Times, Washington Post, you name it, including the law firm that has a gentleman with the last name Gleckman. We're going to have to get a hold of these text messages. It's okay, man. Y'all can't delete them. All them text messages y'all been sending each other, all them phone calls that y'all have been making to each other, every time y'all are on y'all way to court or when y'all leave court, y'all are working in conjunction with each other, collusion, all of that transparency is coming to the table. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's called discovery, right? Discovery. Once you send that text, even if you delete it, it's still there. Click the link in my Instagram bio. Right now. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Everybody who loves reporting things that matter. You got a father. Your father has been through some horrible shit with the family courts. You know what your father has been accused of. You know what your grandfather was accused of. This is nothing new. This ain't even a black thing. You can be white, Asian, Chinese. Did I just say white, Asian, and Chinese? That was stupid. You could be white, Asian, Latino, black. Doesn't matter what your race or nationality is. If you were born a man, you're walking into the courtrooms knowing that there is a preset menu with the decisions about who gets what and what's going to happen that's already been mapped out. It really doesn't fucking matter what you put in the court documents. We need more judges with actual integrity to wear that black robe. Because we're not coming into this thing wanting things to work in our favor because we rich, we famous, and we're the higher income earner. We just want things to be done according to the law. And everything that you have done, Kevin M. Farmer, is illegal. And you did this to the wrong one, sir. Case law, Gibson versus Gibson. Case law, what will be appealed? Case law, Gibson versus Gibson. You know what I'm saying. That's cool. Let's do it. Let's dance. I want to tell y'all again. I don't have a racist bone in my body. People always laugh at me because they like, yo, man, all of the circles and friends and people in business that you rock with, bro, it's like you're the UN. I'm the United Nations. I love everybody. I get along with everybody. I know every Crip, every Blood, every gangster. I know every sheikh, royal, NBA, NFL, athlete, businessman, businesswoman. I get along with everybody. I don't bother nobody. But one thing about me, Google it, go all the way back. It is in some of us to be very vocal and outspoken about the things that matter. And I've always been this way from the beginning. Love y'all. Click the link in my Instagram bio. The WeTransfer file is there. It's going to be deleted, or it's probably going to expire within 24 hours. I'll probably have to upload it again. But click the link in my Instagram bio right now and download the WeTransfer file that has everything attached. Judge Farmer, I love you, man. I really wish you well. But I have to say to you, sir, you've been doing this to everybody. But you did this one to the wrong one, sir. Everything in my legal right that I can do to seek justice and shed light on your abusive, racist, egregious, biased behaviors, and working in conjunction with a law firm, your buddy that you vacation with, that you travel with, that you got timeshares with, that you're texting with, you're doing phone calls with, named Gleckman. It's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. Tanya Mitchell Graham, I know other law firms are looking at you like you're crazy. Tanya Mitchell Graham, I know other law firms are looking at you like, oh my God, you're doing something that I would never do. But I want you to know, Tanya Mitchell Graham, that when all of this turns around in Jesus' name, you are going to be looked at the way you have always been looked at, as a woman of integrity who can't turn a blind eye on injustice. We live in the city that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born and raised in, and he had children. Imagine us letting this shit go down. Living in the city that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born and raised in. Morehouse College, PhD, powerful man of God, vocal and outspoken about all races, all injustices. That's all. If you have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any form of social media, click the link in my Instagram bio. I am asking you to send this to every real news journalist. And I'm also going to highlight, there was a woman who wrote a story. She asked me not to put her name in the story, but there was a woman who wrote a story who highlighted everything that went down in this actual divorce trial and everything that this man did pertaining to him abusing his power and literally making up laws along the way. And she did a highlight bullet note, and I'm about to put that in the caption right now. And I want y'all to know that once y'all read that full breakdown, then you click the link in my Instagram bio, and then all of the court documents in great detail. It's all there. It's all spelled out. We did all the work for you. But we need real news journalists, the real ones, to write stories and really unpack what's really going on. No woman, no man who wakes up at 6 a.m. in the morning and loses moments with their kids, their families, they're traveling, they're hustling, they're working their asses off, I always say that in the family law court system, most things don't work in the favor of fathers. But there's a lot of women out here that are the higher income earners, and they go to court and they got to deal with shit too. And I see that and I understand that. But to all of the women, you have to admit that in most cases, things do work in your favor. Samantha Gibson, good try. You know, you fought a good fight. I'm not having it. Sam, you remember when me and you woke up to those accusations from my ex? You remember you had to do that deposition to clear your name about what you were accused of from my ex? You forgot? It's funny how we were both stressed the fuck out while we were married, honeymoons, newlyweds, and we both woke up to child abuse accusations because I spanked my daughter. You were accused of child abuse and me. We both cleared our names. So then what do? You go and put a bunch of lies in court documents to try and fuck my life up too. Did you forget how it felt to wake up to lies in court documents? Did you forget how it felt to see your husband at the time paying all of these legal fees for her attorneys and my attorneys, crisis PR management? Did you remember what it felt like for us to buy a new home and feel like everything about everything that we had just had because we just got married was about to go to shit and burn up and smoke right in front of us? Did you forget what it felt like to wake up to the news of those accusations, Samantha? And what do? You leave me and you accuse me of a bunch of shit. You did the same thing to me that she did to us. You a heartless motherfucker. But you enjoy your butterball turkey with that 60,000 I just sent you. God is the greatest. We both believe in the same Jesus. But how you're going about your belief in Jesus looks a little different than mine. But we're going to see which version of Jesus is going to show up. And I promise you, because God knows my heart and he knows my genuine, sincere, beautiful intentions towards everybody, we're going to see how this lands. Because the world is either going to get to know your version of Jesus or mine's. But the God that I serve, the Bible that I read, the understanding about the kingdom that I have, you can use Jesus as a form of manipulation. You can quote 50 Bible verses. But when your heart ain't right and when your intentions ain't right, it ain't going to land. So all of my legal fees that I've been paying for this whole year, all of the legal fees that your attorneys have been trying to get out of me for the last 3 years, that's going to be on your head. So you might as well start looking for another NBA player, NFL player, a rapper and a singer, because when they meet you and they start dating you, you're going to show up with $1 million tab that they're going to have to pay down on you. Yeah, that's what's about to happen. My prenuptial agreement will stand up in court. And everything about what Judge Farmer did and is doing, it's all going to be exposed and it's all going to be appealed. I believe it with every fiber in my body. In the name of Jesus, watch and see what I say. Watch and see what God is about to do. And my 45th birthday is coming up. God is the greatest. Click the link in my Instagram bio right now, y'all. Have fun. Just look around. There's a lot of documents there, a lot for y'all to see. I want to keep y'all educated and I want to keep y'all up to speed in real time of what's actually going on. Love y'all in a real way. Peace.